Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'll be sharing with you guys my league starter for patch 0.3. I've been playing Holo Pump Deadeye, and I've seen a lot of people complain about it, the Abyss, dying and all that stuff. So I decided to make a extremely tanky Holo Pump build. I'm sure you guys have seen like the culmination tag and stuff, so I don't really want to go too much into that. But for now, let's get started on this video. So as you can see, I'm currently level 96 as a deadeye. So what this character is a in-stacking deadeye. So you can see I have like 520 intelligence. So my actual evasion rating is somewhere around like 86 to like 90% in combat. And if you look at my deflection rating, this is a new stat that was introduced in patch 0.3. My deflection rating, while I have 10 stacks of tailwind, is around 73%. So this goes up to somewhere around like 78% to 80% in actual combat due to like stuff like increased evasion rating when I hit a monster recently and stuff like that, and as well as endurance charge. So yeah, this character is pretty damn tanky. I'm rocking around like 7,000 energy shield. Yeah. So let's move on to the gems real quick. So first gems. Firstly we have Quarterstaff Strike. So in Quarterstaff Strike I have Culmination. So why do I have combination here? So you can see on my Quarterstaff Strike here, there's number 0. So the 0 indicates that I have 0 combo on this skill. So why do I need combo on this skill? Because I need combo for Eyeless Chime. So whenever I expend a combo from this skill, I will gain power charges. So it'll be used for my Falling Thunder. And then we have Charge Profusion to gain additional charge, and Rapid Attack so I hit faster. Then following that, we have Cult Shots. This is a new skill for the Deadeye in patch 0.3. So it automatically marks a nearby enemy every 5 seconds. So in Cult Shots, I have Sniper's Mark. This is my main way of generating frenzy charges. Charge Profusion, cooldown recovery, efficiency, and magnify area. Now moving on, Tempest Flurry. This is my main movement ability. This is not my main damage ability, just my movement ability. So as you can see, there's something very funny in my Tempest Flurry. I actually went for a -1 to the level as a corrupt because I'm trying to get it to as low level as possible for a lower mana cost. But of course, I do have a +3 amulet and that's why it's still level 7. But you know, I'll make do with level 7 Tempest Flurry. So in Tempest Flurry, all we care about is attack speed because attack speed is our main way of moving around and gaining combo. So we have rewards Ferocity for 20% more attack speed. Practice combo for a chance to gain additional combo. Rapid attacks, 35% increased attack speed. Rage 3, 15% more attack speed. And efficiency to reduce the mana cost. And then following that, we have Falling Thunder. I have a level of 24 Falling Thunder with Culmination as well. So Culmination, Rakiata's Flow, Rage Forge, Ricochet, and Nova Projectiles. So Nova Projectiles and Ricochet, these two gems are usually only used for mapping. So when it comes to Uber bosses, like Pinnacle bosses, I usually swap these two gems out for Lightning Attunement and Elemental Armament too. Now moving on, we have Charge Staff. Charge Staff is mainly how we map. So the idea here is we do not want Tempest Flurry to be too high of a level because we don't have the mana cost to sustain this skill. So instead we are outsourcing our damage to Charge Staff. Because Charge Staff actually has a shockwave portion that does damage for us. So in Charge Staff, we have Innervate, Lightning Pen, Overextend, Lightning Attunement, and Elemental Armament. And then following that, we have Infernal Cry. So in Infernal Cry, I have cooldown recovery and second wind, as well as fire mastery and efficiency. So in case some of you guys are unaware, Infernal Cry actually stacks. So using Infernal Cry twice actually gives me 94% of damage as extra fire instead of 47. Yeah, so you pair this with Mantra Destruction for another 69%. But we only use these two skills during like boss encounters and stuff. We don't normally use it for rares because rares just die instantly to Falling Thunder. So it's mainly for Pinnacles. Then moving on, we have Herald of Thunder. Herald of Thunder is mainly used for clearing as well. You may or may not need Herald of Thunder for clear because I've been clearing fine with just Falling Thunder, but you can use Herald of Thunder together with Charge Staff to improve your clear, so you don't have to like stop and get a few combo and then use your Falling Thunder. You can just use Tempest Flurry and just go through the maps. So Diala's Desire, this is mainly for the cost and reservation multiplier because I do not have a spirit on any of my gears, so I need to have the reservation multiplier to be as low as possible. So this Herald only cost me 27 spirit. And following that, we have Lightning Attunement, Elemental Armament, Elemental Focus because we can't shock on Herald Thunder, and Lightning Pen. So yeah, moving on, Charge Regulation, this is just for more critical hit chance and more skill speed. So more skill speed means we move even faster in maps and also get more combos. And the more defenses when you have an Endurance Charge, so I do sometimes get Endurance Charge from Charge Provision 2, but it's not really reliable. So I kind of just leave it out. If I get it, it'll be great. If not, then no, it's alright. And then we have Ghost Dance. So Ghost Dance is the most important gem in the entire setup because Ghost Dance is the only thing keeping us alive. So in Ghost Dance, I have 35% less skill effect duration from compressed duration 2. So what Ghost Dance does is it recovers energy shield based on the percentage of my evasion. So as you can see, energy shield recover is 3000, but since I hit so fast, I will always have 10 stacks of Tailwind on me. So if a hit were to do less than 3.7k damage, I will always heal from a hit. And 3.7k is like half of my energy shield. So yeah, if any hit that does less than half my energy shield, I'll just recover from that hit instead. So extremely, extremely powerful. And then finally, we have Wind Dancer. So Wind Dancer, the main thing here is that it gives us 10% more evasion per stage. And we can have up to 3 stages. So in Wind Dancer, we have Culmination. And yes, Wind Dancer can actually gain combos as well. So Culmination, Magnify Area, Elemental Armament, and Elemental Focus. So when you're like surrounded and stuff, and you have a lot of combos on you, whenever Wind Dancer procs, you will just basically clear the packs of monsters around you. Yeah, instantly killing all of them. So it's really nice to have. So yeah, so that'll be all for my gems. Now let's move on to my gear. So my gear is really nothing to write home about. You can take a look at this. This is my helmet. 500 energy shield helmet with some resistances and some intelligence on it. Amulet, I opted for evasion energy shield amulet for +3 to melee skills as well as intelligence. You could go for global defense as well. So you replace the flat energy shield with global defense using the essence. Or you can go for spirit as well. It's entirely up to you. But for me, this is what I went with. Chest, same thing. I crafted the chest myself. It cost me less than like 5 divines to make this. And the best part, it's not even finished yet. Yeah, I still have 1 suffix still open. So yeah, so over here you just want to get as much ES and evasion as you can, as well as deflection rating. Tier 1 deflection rating, if possible, and intelligence. Moving on with our rings. Rings are pretty straightforward. For the prefixes, we want to get flat evasion rating, flat lightning damage, and rarity. And for the suffix, you usually go for intelligence and resistances. So this is one of my this is my bridge ring. You know, a bunch of attributes, a bunch of intelligence, and for my second ring, same thing, flat lightning, flat evasion, rarity, intelligence, and a bunch of resistances on it. Yep. And then moving on our gloves, this is Hoa. Nothing special here. Hoa with 2 sockets. You could go for adds 1 to 12 lightning damage corrupt, but since I'm a bit of a tight budget right now, I just went for a 2 socket. You could argue that 2 socket might be better because you can socket like the attack speed runes into it, but for me, I'm kind of broke at the moment, so this is what I went with. For belt, I maybe Ingenuity. There aren't really many belts that are like competitive in terms of like stats and stuff, so Ingenuity is the best option that we got. So Ingenuity, I just got 1 for corrupted, 25% lightning rest, and yeah. Moving on to the boots, you just want to get a pure evasion boots, as much evasion as possible. Do note that you do not need movement speed on this build because most of our movement comes from attack speed. So in that case, you can just go for full evasion rating. So as you can see, my boots is not even that great. Yeah, it's like tier 2 and stuff, but the main thing here is just get a bunch of evasion, deflection rating, and resistances on it. So yeah, these are my gear. Nothing too expensive. The charms, you can use whatever you want. I chose Nascent Hope, immunity to stun, and immunity to ignite. But you can use whatever you want. Now let's move on to the skill tree. So for the skill tree, I'm a deadeye, so Ascendancy wise, I went for point blank because Falling Thunder is a projectile, and you always hit enemies at point blank with Falling Thunder, so you always get the 20% more damage from hits. We have Caught Shots for our Sniper's Mark, Gathering Wind for Tailwind, and Wind Ward, 30% less damage taken, basically. Because we hit so fast, we are always at 10 stacks of Tailwind. And this is my skill tree. Nothing too spectacular, just a bunch of evasion rating and energy shield as well as some attack speed of movement ability, our Tempest Flurry. Now the main, or rather the most important thing here is actually Dampening Shield. So Dampening Shield gives us ailment and stun threshold based on the percentage of maximum energy shield. If you don't have ailment and stun threshold as energy shield, you always get stunned and you always get frozen and chilled and whatnot. So it's very, very irritating to do maths with. So Dampening Shield is an extremely good note to take because it gives us maximum energy shield and both the threshold. So yeah. And then finally, because we're in stacking, we are running Heroic Tragedy of Oroth. So what this does is it gives us a 1% increased evasion rating per 2 intelligence. And that's why we are stacking so much intelligence. And you also want to get the new node Winter Owl. So this gives us 3% increased evasion rating per 10 intelligence. So even more evasion rating per intelligence. Yeah, so moving up here, just get a bunch of get like 2 power charge here and crit damage. Yeah, we are running CI and some intelligence, some energy shield. So pure power is also one of the reasons why we are stacking int, because it gives us 2% increased lightning damage per 10 int. So I have like 520 int, so this is around 100% increased lightning damage. Yeah, extremely powerful. So yeah, this is I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible because I've seen a lot of like combination tech going on, but I am pretty sure this is the tankiest holo pump build around, like currently available, and it does enough damage to clear all the contents in the game. It is tanky enough to tank, whatever you throw at it. Maybe not Arbiter. I haven't tried Arbiter, but you could if you want, but I haven't tried it. So yeah, that will be all for this video. If you have any questions, you can leave it down in the comments below. Do leave a like, leave a sub. It really helps me out. And I do have a few more builds coming up. Something quite interesting that I'm pretty sure you guys might enjoy. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, peace.